What if, years after leaving home, you suddenly found a piece of it somewhere you never expected? Hi, I'm Dipa. I moved to Canada from India, and I've been building a life here for several years now. I'm from West Bengal, so Buddhism isn't unfamiliar to me. Growing up, especially with North Bengal nearby, Buddhist monasteries, prayer wheels, statues, and customs were already part of the world I knew. So when we came to Wutai Shan Buddhist Garden, I wasn't expecting to discover something completely new. I was curious to see what something familiar would feel like, thousands of kilometers away from where I grew up. And the first thing we came across was the Happy Buddha. So we are here at the Happy Buddha. There is something comforting about seeing a face you have known for years, but seeing it here, surrounded by the Ontario landscape. As we made our way towards the west platform, I started noticing the contrast. The traditions felt familiar, the landscape didn't. Back home, Buddhist spaces often bring to mind the mountains and forests of North Bengal. Here, it was the same kind of familiarity, but in a completely different setting. And somehow that made me see it differently. Then we came across the prayer wheels. This was probably the first moment that really took me back. I've seen prayer wheels before. I've seen people use them. In parts of North Bengal, Buddhist practices are simply part of everyday life. So I wasn't looking at them as something exotic or unfamiliar. I was just standing in Ontario, looking at something I had known since I was very young. And that felt surprisingly meaningful. Okay, so we are at the Wutai Shan Buddhist temples, currently in the main prayer hall right now. I'm not sure we are allowed to film inside, but I will film everything outside. You are allowed. Unfortunately, Storm isn't with us today because this place is a place of worship. So pets are not allowed in here, which is understandable. It's the same everywhere. So let me show you what the main prayer hall looks like. I think this is made of marble. It's beautiful. So we're at the main hall right now. There are a bunch of stairs, and we're just got a reality check about the situation of our cardio. So we're just taking a beat here and looking at the view. It's built on like a platform on a little high up, so the view is actually spectacular from here. Yep. Speaking of views, here's a little glimpse of what that looks like. And that's the main hall. We haven't gone inside yet, but we are not allowed to film inside, so I'll have to stop once I get there. But beyond everything I recognized, there was something else about this place that stayed with me. The garden itself felt incredibly peaceful. There was no sense of needing to rush from one thing to the next. The paths, the trees, the water, the statues, and the quiet spaces all seemed to slow you down a little. Even with other people around, there was a sense of stillness to the place. And I think that's what I enjoyed most about being here. For a little while, there was nothing I needed to figure out. Nowhere I needed to be. We could simply walk, take in the surroundings, and let the quietness of the garden do what it was meant to do. It felt less like visiting a collection of attractions, and more like stepping into a space designed to make you pause. Walking through the Bodhisatva Square, I think that was what struck me most about this place. It wasn't trying to recreate where I came from. It had taken a tradition I recognized and created a space for it here in Ontario. And in a strange way, that felt familiar too. Because isn't that what I've been doing since I moved to Canada? Taking the person I was when I arrived and figuring out how she fits into the life I've built here. And then we came to the statue of Padmasambhava. There's something fitting about ending the visit here. His teachings traveled across regions and centuries, crossing borders and taking root in places far from where they began. Maybe that's what building a life in another country really looks like. You don't replace one home with another. You carry pieces of where you came from while slowly making room for where you are. And somewhere along the way, the new place becomes part of your story too. This garden didn't take me back to India. It reminded me that home doesn't have to be one place anymore. Sometimes it's everything you've carried with you and everything you've found along the way.